Just with COVID, the price of used cars has gone up. Her car was totaled. She was hit by a big truck. She had told me what the insurance company paid for her total loss was more than what she had bought the car for 3 or 4 years before that.
A common question we get too is, hey, or common statement that we get is, hey, my car's older, why did my insurance go up? I'm not gonna get as much if I sold it today. We get stuff like that all the time. Do you have any stories that relate to that?
Yeah, that is a common question. So the thing is that your car gets older, but not necessarily the cost of the parts stay the same, or the liability is really what's driving up the rate as well. So the cost of liability, medical payments, things like that have gone up. So that plays a factor into your renewal. And then another example is just with COVID, the price of used cars has gone up. So had a client who her car was totaled. She was hit by a big truck. And she had told me what the insurance company paid for her total loss was more than what she had bought the car for 3 or 4 years before that. So even though our cars get older, the value of them doesn't always go down, especially since COVID, but also just everything else that plays a part into your rates as far as the liability piece of it, and the car parts alone, and the labor is another big thing too. And
to kind of break down like liability, what does that mean? Like liability can be medical or it can be property damage. And so on the medical side, it's if you go to the hospital, if you have to have a surgery afterwards, and all those prices, if you watch the news at all, they've just gone through the roof. So that's really a big portion of it. On the property damage side, that's a separate bucket, but it pays for if you hit another vehicle, multiple vehicles, hit a house. So that liability piece is for medical and property damage that you've caused harm to. So something to keep in mind when you're looking at those. But it is common. People always like, oh, my car's older. It's just, again, one piece, but those other things are really what affect that rate.
And even what other people are driving. People are driving expensive cars. Even more, like the price of new cars keeps going up. So that plays a part into all of our liability as well. So just the cost of a claim, the average cost of a claim today is a lot different than it was 5 years ago. So.
Oh, yeah, I remember I was reading an article, and it was a Rivian electric car, got rear-ended. The adjuster thought it'd be about a $1,600 repair. Well, it ended up being close to $40,000 because they had to take the car apart to get this piece on. So new cars aren't always built to be repaired, and so you're driving your $5,000 car and you hit a $50,000 vehicle, you're like, you don't expect those, or most people don't take that into consideration. But yeah, you think it's going to be a $1,600 fix, and it's $40,000 or more. That's also playing into why those rates are going up, because cars are getting more complicated. There's more computers. I mean, you can bump a car and it doesn't look like it's damaged at all. It's a few $1,000s. So it all plays into that cost for auto insurance.
Yeah, it's just a common thing. People think, well, I drive this. But you have to look at the big picture of what are other people driving, what's the cost of other things just in general, medical, all of that plays into your rates for your auto insurance.
That's right. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content we provided today, click right here and watch some more.